Hey, my beautiful people, how are you today? Today is the 27th. Yeah, Wednesday. Sorry, Wednesday the 27th. It is hump day. Yes. So let's see what we got for you today. Don't forget, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. And of course, if you want a private reading, just email me, and that's in the description box. If you're on the go and you don't have time for a longer reading, check out my under 10-minute readings on Instagram and TikTok. And those are under I Am Adam Keith. So let's see what we got here. Oh, and I hope you checked out my podcast with 3 Food Memories with Sabah. That was a really fun interview. I loved it. It was a lot of good times. So we talked about quite a variety of things, including spirituality. So let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Bum, bum, bum. Oops, card's coming out. Come on. There we go. All right. Using the True Black deck. Excuse me, guys. We have the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. We have the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. We also have the High Priestess in reverse. We have the Lovers in the upright. We have the Ananet in the reverse, and Page of Cups in the upright. Behind that, we have the 6 of Cups in reverse. Okay, let's see if this is you. Is this my high vibing? Yes. All right. And let me guess, is the low vibing fam? Yeah. All right. So we do have you coming in as the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. Very nurturing energy, of course. Very stable, motherly energy. You don't have to be a mother, but it's that sort of nurturing energy. And again, you could be a guy and have this energy too. Okay, so just flip those energies around. We're just reading, what the person on the card is at this present time, and this is just representing a feminine energy. But you could be a guy with a feminine energy, and it doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, one that has nothing to do with this at all. So. And this is very nurturing energy. It's very beautiful, and it's just like you're sitting here very calmly. And then you have this High Priestess in reverse. Of course, is the low vibing femme who's leading people down the wrong path, knowingly, because that's very important. Because we're not, if someone's leading somebody down the wrong path and didn't know what they were doing, or they believe something, and they were trying to do the right thing. No, this is someone who's very evil and toxic, knowing that they are doing the wrong thing. This is a big difference there. 6 of Cups in a reverse. So, let's see what's under that. We have the 6 of Swords in the upright, and we also have the 8 of Swords in reverse. Stop here. We're stopping at the 4 of Wands in the upright. Strangely enough, the Queen of Swords in reverse was behind the deck there, or behind the 4 of Wands. Again, the low vibing femme. Okay. So foundations. I'm going to get clarification on this 4 of Wands because it's kind of floating here by itself, this feeling. Like someone may be seeing you build a new foundation, or know a new foundation is coming towards you. And I think you've been building your own because, you could have been going back to school, you could have been healing, you could have been working different projects, or even just taking care of your family, which strengthens the foundation of your family. So that's very much about this. You could be buying a home because the 4 of Wands is also, a house. For me too, it stretches over to a business as well, because to me that is a very, when you're building a business, you're laying the foundations for that business. And then someone is very clear that they want to get away from something because they're stuck in a karmic situation. So these cards are understandable together. This one feels like it's floating by itself. So let's get the Botanica deck. There we go. So we have the Chariot in the upright, and we also have the 7 of Swords in reverse. Behind that, we have the 9 of Swords in the upright. And behind that, we have the Page of Cups in reverse. Ooh, okay. Someone coming into gaslight? No, someone's just hearing a lot of bad news and they're stuck in a nightmare situation with this 9 of Swords here. They're very emotional as well with the moon. They may not be revealing how they feel, to other people. Whose energy is this? Is this the low vibing femme? I didn't think so, because the low vibing femme is just completely bonkers. Low vibing mask. Okay. Everything's being exposed with the Seven of Swords in the upright and the reverse rather. Is this also self-sabotage? No. The Chariot is moving you towards victory. That's why you have this Four of Wands. This is your Four of Wands. This is your Chariot moving into victory. Everything around these people, because remember, the scales are being balanced. So the universe is bringing balance to all the situations, not just yours and mine and, your neighbor or whatever, but to the entire collective. This is going from the micro to the macro, to like larger governments and everything else. And you can see it playing out. Everything's being exposed. What was hidden, on a veil of like, trying to do the right thing or pretending that they're doing the right thing. This veil of BS and bullshit. So, but everything's is being exposed here, which is good because it needs to, because people have to see what was truly going on. Because it's the only way that we bring change in the world is knowing what has happened and then trying to fix it. And that means coming back to, more of a balance, more an equilibrium. Because again, as they said, the pendulum swings from one side to the next. Well, we as humans tend to have that pendulum swing in one complete direction to the next. And instead of like trying to find a balance, which would be the better bet, the midway, the temperance energy, it goes to one erratic side to the next. And let's see, hopefully this time we can sort of balance that energy in, That would be a good thing, right? So yeah, they see you moving forward, seeing you build this new foundation. Now, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. We're going to get clarification on that. Do you want me to get... Are these two together? Okay, so we'll get clarification on both of those. Okay. So the Eight of Swords and the Six of Swords are together. Like, again, like somebody knows they need to get out of this drama that they've created for themselves. And I do say created for themselves because they had free will. Even though this person was kind of led down the path by this low-vibing femme, they had free will. And they knew something was not right with this. I mean, come on. They knew. Sorry, guys. My throat's really froggy today, and I should have gargled or something first. Sometimes it takes my voice a little while to wake up in the morning. So, and they knew this. So the thing is that they were letting themselves being led because they thought they were going to get money, fame, status, whatever it was that they thought they were going to get. So they were being led, and they knew it. They knew what they were doing was not right. So let's get some cards. Oops. No, don't go too far. It was the Ten of Cups. Actually, they came out. They know that the happiness is with you. And I'm not saying you want this person back, but again, we can't stop what people are thinking, what they're trying to do. It's free will. I mean, even if you lock a person up, you can't stop them from thinking about something. It's just impossible. All right. Not that I'm saying like lock anybody up, but just giving you an example. Maybe a bad example, but it was an example. Anyway. Okay, there we go. It was a Nine of Cups in reverse, and then we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So, yeah. Judgment is being called on these people. There is no wish fulfillment here, not with this Queen of Swords in reverse. This is who they chose. They chose to follow a liar. And what's so interesting about this Queen of Swords this Queen of Swords in general, and because it's the Botanica deck we're using, so it's all about the flowers, is that the plant on this particular card is oleander. Now, if you know anything about oleander, every part of this plant is poisonous, extremely poisonous. So very interesting, that he decided to use oleander for this card. Judgment, of course, in the upright. Judgment's being had. this person is thinking about this and knowing why they're in this particular position. They also know, that they can't defend, they can't defend their actions. There's a Seven of Wands reversed. There's the Ace of Swords, right? They can't defend themselves. First of all, the truth is coming out. They know this. It's going to come out no matter what. They're also knowing that they need to come and speak the truth. Again, the only way they can get out of this and get out of the drama is speaking the truth. And they've been thinking about this a lot, of course, but again, their ego, their pride, which is really awful because your ego will land you right in jail and land you in the worst possible positions. It really will. And, that's the thing about the ego, is like we need to get beyond that and break that down. And I think I mentioned that in the podcast as well. It's not an easy thing to do. It really isn't. You have to catch it. It's really insidious sometimes. And people are like, well, a healthy ego is okay. No, it's not. Look, when you're standing in your full power, you don't need your ego. You don't. That was there to get you through childhood, not to lead you through the entire adulthood. So, and I will, if I was there with a fit therapist or a psychiatrist, I would tell them the same thing, and we tell them they really have to adjust their thinking on that one, because we also think that we think this therapist, psychiatrist, and all, yes, book smarts, they're learning from a lot of other different people with a lot of different kinds of ideologies, thought processes, and everything else that they've read about. Carl Jung would be one of them. But none of these people have an absolute answer to a lot of things. These are people like, when we talk about doctors, well, doctors have a practice. And yes, you should definitely go to the doctor and listen to what the doctor says. But if there's something wrong with you, please get a second or third opinion, because again, practice, it's a practice. So do remember that. And sometimes they may be lacking information. There's so much information coming out these days that not all these doctors can be up on everything. It's a lot. And plus they're also beholden sort of by the pharmaceutical companies and things like that. And I hate to say that, but it is true. And so, I've spoken to a lot of doctors I know, and they're really kind of trapped a bit, because if they don't go along with what's kind of mandated, they could lose their license. And it's really upsetting. So but that is also changing too. As we continue to go through this ascension, that is also going to be changing. You're seeing more and more of that. I'm seeing more doctors truly speak up about things. There's a doctor I watch on Instagram. I can't think of her name right now, but she talks about gut health and that, and certain drugs that are not good for you. So this is another doctor willing to speak out and, get to more of the bottom, to more of the truth. So do remember that. It's like, remember, they thought lobotomies were a great thing during the 60s, the 50s and 60s. So, you know what I mean? So just be careful. They're not the end all be all. They're not gods, okay? That's the only thing I want to say. It's like, yes, have respect for what they do. They've gone to school. They know, of course, much more knowledge in that. But we also know that we can also not quite believe them blindly. When we believe people blindly, no matter where they are, their status, whatnot, that's where we fall into a lot of pitfalls. It's where we get into a lot of problems, okay? When we just follow people blindly. All right, so Six of Cups here in reverse. They know they took, thank you guys. They know they took a Six of Cups, okay, and turned it into a horrible thing. The Six of Cups in the upright would have been a beautiful thing with you, unconditionally loving and supportive that you were. I don't think you were getting the same thing back from this person, because I think it was unequal. But I think you saw the potential in this person, at least at one time. Now, they went with a karmic situation, but they also know that there really isn't a road back to you. Like, there just isn't. I mean, they destroyed it all, in hopes that they were going to get whatever they thought they were getting from this low-vibing femme here, who also had a vendetta against you. I mean, boy, did you. And so this one was just happily doing whatever this person wanted in the hopes of some kind of reward. I mean, it was the stupidest and silliest thing they could have ever done in their entire life. But, we all make mistakes. What the problem is here is not just making a mistake, it was the doubling down. And still doubling down in the ego and all that. Like, that's a problem. Because even though you know what you did, how you still won't come and correct it or try to do something about it. And you kept doubling down in the wrong part of all this, in the dark side of it. that's when I have to say, no. You know, because we all make mistakes. Yes, we do. We all make mistakes. Okay. We have the Page of Pentacles in the upright. We have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. Behind that, we have the Eight of Swords in the upright. Okay. The Moon in the reverse. And Judgment, failing to wake up to a call. Was this wanting to expose things? Yeah. Okay. See, again, they're kind of trapped in their mind here. Eight of Swords in the upright. Before we saw it in the Eight of Swords in reverse. And this is where the conflict is going on. This is where this person's conflicted with their emotions. What they know they should do is right, with their ego and their darker side, okay? We're literally seeing like that good angel, bad angel on their shoulders kind of thing. And then we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. And again, not able to defend what they did. And also not spiritually protected either. Of course, they want to make some kind of offer here. This is the low vibing masculine to make an offer. Is there anybody else? No. Okay. We have the Seven of Pentacles in the upright, trying to figure out something. Trying to figure out, Five of Wands in the upright. Queen of Swords in reverse, and the Seven of Cups in the upright. Okay. Da-da-da. Is this my low vibing? Yeah. Yeah, they're trying to still figure out what to do because they're still fighting with this low vibing femme. And here she is right in the middle of this spread here. Again, and this low vibing femme is trying to block their options. It's also gaslighting, but I feel like she's more trying to block the options. Like I said before, even if you weren't in the picture, this person is trying to make sure that this person does not get any kind of help. It's really disturbing. That's why she's a psycho. Hello. All right, Six of Cups in reverse, please. We have the Seven of Pentacles in the upright. And behind that, we have the Nine of Wands in the upright. And yeah, again, trying to figure out how to come towards you. Again, this person's feeling very battle weary because, again, they're battling with this High Priestess in reverse. They're battling with themselves, with their ego and everything else on their darker side. And they're trying to figure out how to come into you. And you're just sitting here pretty. You're minding your own business. You're doing your own thing. You were always the nurturing one. You were always the one who knew how to manage money, how to make money. Five of Pentacles in reverse. They want to try to get out of this, this lack of money, lack of despair. This person's very lonely. And this person may have some low vibrational friends around them, but this person, these are not people that you can count on. So this person's feeling extremely lonely. And, again, if we're talking about if this person's also a narcissist, oh my God, they're like dying because they have no source. So they're no doubt suffering a narcissistic ego death too, narcissistic injuries. All right, Queen of Pentacles in the upright. Tell me about this Queen of Pentacles, please. Ace of Wands in reverse. Death card in the upright. Behind that, we have the Ten of Cups in reverse. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, nothing's working out. They also didn't have the skills for something if they were trying to take something that was yours. They didn't have the skills, the wherewithal, the creativity. They're very miserable. There's no new adventures here. And the Death card here is saying, this cycle is ended. We've ended this for you. Like you are now stuck in this cycle. And you won't get any, you will not get a Ten of Cups. You will not get an Ace of Cups. You will not get an Ace of Wands. I'm sorry, but you're going to have to pay the consequences for this, for your actions. And the World card here, again, is also just confirming the Death card. Ooh, yeah, babies. All right, give me another card here for the Queen of Pentacles, please. Thank you. We have the Six of Swords in reverse. Yeah, unable to escape the drama. King of Pentacles in reverse, there they are. That's because of their greed, their selfishness, you know, their opportunist ways. It's a very selfish and self-centered person. This was not some person who's grounded or nurturing. This is not someone who knows how to manage money. If they do make money, they spend it as quickly as they can. This is a very unstable person. Page of Swords in reverse. And they're, boy, are they watching you, man. They're watching you. But again, they cannot do anything about it. It's like the Seven of Wands is like they can't defend themselves. So all they can seem to do is just watch you blow up, watch you have a good time. Six of Cups in reverse. They knew that they took a karmic situation and they are just burdened by this. They cannot get out of these burdens, but the universe is not allowing them to. This is part of their karma, is to watch you succeed, watch you go forth, watch you flourish, and they can't do anything about it. That Death card is absolutely, you are not allowed to be in the Queen of Pentacles energy anymore. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Everything is falling apart with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Four of Pentacles in the upright. We also have the Judgment in the upright. Behind that, we have the Justice in the upright. Okay. Moon in the upright. We have the King of Cups in the upright. Is this what, you know, does it represent anybody else? Ooh. And this is the really, effed up thing about this is that this person did have some kind of feelings for you, at least something. And they may not have been able to put their hand on it. But see, it didn't matter to them because, again, if you were dealing with a sociopath, a narcissist, whatever, and this person had to be because else they would not have done all this stuff, there was still like a kernel of something. And that was the thing about this, is that they can't get away from it. So that, what they felt for you, they buried that down when they decided to throw you under the bus, when they decided to go with this creature. And now, because nothing has worked out, because they're trapped, because, these emotions are coming up to the surface even more so. Again, this is part of their karma. So they're realizing what they lost. You know, they're very emotional. With the moon here, it could go from like one point to depression, to anger, to sadness. It's like this whole thing playing out here. But this is the universe saying we're balancing out the scales. We have judgment and justice together, honey. That's like the universe saying, this is your karma. And they're still trying to hold on to you, you know? But that's also how the universe works here, is because we're also not letting you forget what you lost. Like, you healed. It was hard. It was tough for you guys. Some of you may be completely healed. Some of you may be just almost at the very end of it. But you were able to heal. This person, the universe is not allowing this to happen right now. First of all, this person doesn't want to heal, but doesn't want to change. And so the universe is also saying here, we're not letting you forget what you lost. That's, that's what I said. You do not want to play with the universe, sweethearts. You do not want to play with the universe. Two of Pentacles, things completely falling apart. Things out of balance. They're out of balance. The whole world is out of balance. Give me another card here for this Two of Pentacles in reverse, please. The Ten of Pentacles flew out. Of course, they don't want it on the deck, but because I know that Ten of Pentacles is coming towards you. There we go. We have the Five of Cups in the upright, yeah. So there's a lot of remorse and sadness here. And again, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So they're going through a lot of karma. But again, this is part of their karma. Not only losing the money, the house, the cars, the support from their people, in quotation marks, in case you didn't see that, and, clients, etc., that they're losing. Now they, part of that karma is now to watch you and realize what they had, and they let it go. Not only did they just let it go, they stomped all over it and kept trying to destroy it. Queen of Cups in reverse, and all because of this psycho. Is this okay? Yeah, Three of Swords in reverse, unable to get out of the heartbreak. Now we come to the High Priestess in reverse. Oh, joy. Okay, tell me about this High Priestess in reverse. This very toxic energy. We have the Three of Pentacles in the upright. We also have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the Page of Cups in the upright. Yeah. The low-vibrating mass knows they're not receiving anything. The Ace of Pentacles. Remember, the aces in the tarot are gifts from the universe. When they're in the upright, it's, if you're willing to accept them, they are gifts from the universe. Okay? Ace of Pentacles in reverse is there was no gift here with this person. The universe was never going to allow it. And so with the Three of Pentacles here in the upright and the Page of Cups in the upright, this person wants to come in and apologize and try to work with you, of course. There they are, the King of Swords in the upright, trying to speak some truth about what happened. Again, this conflict that's going on in them. But of course, the conflict is the outside too with this High Priestess in reverse, because this High Priestess in reverse is again trying to stop them. Now, this person, unless they're chained to the cellar or have a gun at their head, I don't know what's stopping them. Now, we've gone through that before. It could be blackmail. It could be a lot of things. But what is stopping them? I don't know. I mean, it makes no sense. They know they chose a defunct partnership and corrupt partnership. Again, this could be more than just the two of them. It could be a mafia, a cartel, it could be an organization or a corporation that is very toxic and very evil, and that does not have anybody's interest in mind except for the greed of whoever started this, which is no doubt the High Priestess in reverse and that emperor, that creepy emperor person in reverse. Now, don't forget, they are not gaining anything either, because karma's come for them as well. And we're seeing this in all kinds of institutions, this happening. High Priestess. Tell me about this High Priestess, please. King of Pentacles again in reverse. And the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And there they are, stuck. And this is the reason why. But again, you see this person has not changed, because in the ethereal, this person is still, universe is still telling me that this person has not changed. It is still King of Pentacles in reverse. And I still think this is what, again, why they're still fighting with this High Priestess, because this person this High Priestess is still gaslighting them, telling them there's still something to gain here. There is nothing to gain. And the more you stop, the more you soak and keep in this energy, the more and more you're going to lose, baby. Boy, you're going to lose. Look at that Wheel of Fortune in reverse. That's what you're going to be getting. There's a hell of a lot of karma. But you keep it up, sweetheart. You keep it up. You keep getting more karma. Congratulations. You played yourself. Oi, Ten of Swords in the upright, Knight of Cups in the upright, Six of Wands in the upright. This is all the King of Pentacles in reverse, wanting to come in with an apology because they know you're getting victory and they want to heal things. So they're not coming in because, yeah, there is some emotion here, but that's to remind them. They're more worried about the money. That's why the King of Pentacles here in reverse. And that's why the universe is saying, no, the Death card is here. You are not coming near my Queen of Pentacles in the upright ever again. And we have the Lovers, knowing someone was the right choice. I'm going to call this access denied. I think that's what, my guys are like, yes, okay. They help me with the titles, because I'm like, okay, what are we calling this? All right, give me some cards here, please. Oops, can you put that out? No. Okay. Okay, so we have the Magician in the upright, or excuse me, in the reverse rather, and the Nine of Cups in the upright. We have the Tower. They're going through a tower moment. We know that. And they're unable to stop this. Yeah, they've been nullified and neutralized. And so the right person is coming in for you. We know that. The Nine of Cups, this wish fulfillment is yours, not theirs. None of these people are getting any wish fulfillment. We have the Four of Cups in the upright, Five of Wands in the upright, and the Queen of Swords in reverse. Again, this low-vibing queen. The low-vibing mass, again, wants to come in and try to offer you something, but the two of them are fighting constantly here. So bizarre that they're still fighting. Over what? Over what? There's nothing to fight for. You had nothing here to fight for. I don't understand what it is you're fighting for. Because if you're fighting for money, there's no money. If you're looking for status, there's no status, especially when these people all break down and like the truth comes out. I mean, I just don't know what they're fighting for over there. Makes no sense. What this person, this low-vibing person should do is get themselves in some therapy, get themselves, if it's drug rehab they need, get them into drug rehab. That's what they should be doing. And boy, they should get on their hands and knees and start praying to the universe, man, because they need it. All right, the Lovers, please. Someone have the Lovers. Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay, clarity, right? Clarity that they're in a nightmare situation. Okay. With the High Priestess in reverse. See, this is what I mean. It's like they know why they're in this situation. They know exactly why they're where they are, but they refuse to change. And this is why, like, okay, so the universe is just going to keep giving you more karma. Like, why do you want to stay in this energy? This is like nightmare energy. This is having panic attacks energy. I don't get it. Hierophant in the upright and the Page of Wands in reverse. Okay, is someone trying to block this partnership? Is this my high collective and a new person? No. Is this my high vibing collective and the low vibing mask? Yeah. Low vibing. Okay, so the low vibing femme, again, is trying to stop this person from reaching out. Because in their little adult brain, they think that the two of you, this low vibing mask and you, are going to suddenly go off into the sunset when this person comes back. Honey, I don't think any of that's going to happen for any of you. Considering what you've been telling me in the comments on that, I really don't think any of that's going to happen. But in her little adult brain, that's what she's worried about. She really needs to be worried about more of the important things of her not going to jail, because that's what's going to happen for a lot of these low-vibing femmes. Annette in reverse. This was not supposed to happen. Something is not fated to happen. Let's see what it is. I think it's that they're fated because they're not allowed to come back to you. I think that's what it is. The two will never be together again. But let's just see. Okay. Six of Wands in reverse, and we have the Ace of Cups in the upright. Behind that, we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Yes. Chariot in reverse. Knight of Cups in the upright, and the King of Wands in the upright. This is our low-vibing low-vibing mass, rather, sorry. Wanting to come in, apologize, blah, blah, blah. Why? Because they're losing everything. Like, they're no victory, not getting seen. They want to come with an Ace of Cups. But you see with the Annette here, the universe is like, oh, no, sweetheart. That is way over. We gave you so much time to get that right and to make things right. It's over. Did you not get the memo? It's over. You do not get to go back to the high vibing collective. It is over. All right, give me another card here, please. That's what I said. For most of you, this is going to wrap up by the end of summer. And we're like, less than a month now. Good lordy. Three of Wands in reverse. Unable to move forward. Ships not coming in. And again, no forward movement. Seven of Pentacles, they are still trying to figure something out. How they can come in towards you. Because again, you are seeing this pillar strength with integrity and ethics. And again, the Page of Cups here, they want to apologize. But you see this Annette is here saying, yeah, they can come in. You can forgive them. But that does not mean access. And that Annette in reverse is telling me exactly that. There is no access to you anymore. There is no path back to you. The Fool. They want to take a leap of faith towards you. They want to tell you everything. Honey, it's a little too late for all that now. It's a little too late. Save your breath. Go take yourself to therapy. Go to AA if you need to. And start praying to the universe. Like, that's what you need to be doing. That's what you need to be doing. All right, Page of Cups in the upright. There's the High Priestess in the upright. That's you guys. Okay, Hangman in the upright, and we also have the Nine of Swords in reverse. And then we have the Two of Wands in reverse. 3 cards together. Love Ivy Mask, trying to get out of a nightmare situation. And there's the Six of Swords in the back. That they're trying to get out of the drama. But they have no plan to do so. There's no plan for victory here. First of all, there's Two of Wands in reverse. The universe is not allowing them to. I'm telling you. So, Page of Cups. Is this also the new person coming? No, we're just talking about the low vibing mask. My guys just said Friday is going to be a priority read. Just keep that in mind. Not tomorrow, or excuse me, not Thursday. Yeah, tomorrow, but Friday. Knight of Swords in the upright. Page of Cups in reverse. Is this the low vibing mat? And is this their so-called apology? Yeah, and look who's right behind there. See, this is what I mean. It's like they're going to tell you half truths. The Knight of Swords in the upright is truth, right? Because again, it's in the upright. But then we have the Page of Cups here in reverse with the Page of Cups here in the upright. It's going to be half truths, people. You're going to get like half apology. You're going to get crocodile tears. They're going to either be the villain or the hero of this tale. I'm assuming not the villain, but the victim. Sorry, the victim or the hero of this tale. 8 of Wands in reverse and the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, they're not getting anything. They're not moving forward. They're losing everything. It's one of the reasons why they're coming in. But I mean, they may try again for some of you. And you know what? If we can just wrap this up and call it a day, that would be great. But as far as I can see, and I think that's going to be for most of you, there is no access back to you. No, 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 no. That is well and over and done with. There is no access. All right, can I have... yes, if you ever heard, and if you know the artist Beck, there's a song, Paper Tiger. Look it up. It's a really beautiful song. The melody and the song, the lyrics, all great. But at the very end, he's like, there's no road back to you. It's a beautiful, beautiful song. I think he wrote that album when he was going through a breakup in his own personal life. But beautiful song, very kind of haunting, and it's just, definitely check it out. Glass Tiger, or Paper Tiger, excuse me, Paper Tiger. Let's see, let's just wrap this up, please. The Moon in reverse, Wheel of Fortune in the upright, the 9 of Wands in the upright, and then we have the Lovers in reverse. And behind that, we have the 3 of Cups in the upright, the Hermit in reverse. Someone's feeling very lonely and ousted because you're celebrating. And even though you may not have met this new person yet, you're still having a good time. You're having a good summer. You're enjoying the people that you're around. You're enjoying your new soul tribe, your family. You're having a good time. You're enjoying your life. And that's also the thing too, is they see you enjoying your life. Whether they're watching your social media or they're hearing things about you, they know that you're good. Like, you don't think about them anymore. You don't want them in your life. And so this is also, again, getting them even more upset and angry and depressed and everything else because they have no influence over you anymore. And they're going through a hell of a lot of karma. And we have the Ace of Wands reversed. There is no new beginning for them. So we have the Moon in reverse. It's right over the High Priestess in reverse. Things are being exposed about this evil, wicked, toxic person. They also want to, tell you about this person, but all of this is going to come out in the wash very soon. Wheel of Fortune is sitting right over the Lover's card. That is for you. You are getting this new beautiful dharma. You're getting this new person, these new choices, these right choices. That is going to be absolutely wonderful for you. 9 of Wands in the upright. Someone is battle weary. They're trying their hardest. They want to get back in, but the Ananet is saying, no, you are not allowed access anymore. Game over for that. The Lovers in reverse. You know, it's over the Page of Cups in the upright. They chose the wrong person, and now they're coming in. They're going to try to apologize. But again, the universe is saying, yeah, you can come in. You can talk to our collective. She may or he may want to forgive you, but there is no access back. No. Anyway, loves, that's what I got for you. I hope it resonated. Talk to you soon.